on a lot with, I would say, a little. He's at DeAndre Hopkins. Of course, that's not a little, but everything else around him, not good.
Like an offensive line. Like they don't protect the guy.
Yeah.
He just gets murdered.
He gets murdered all the time. Lamar Miller. I mean,
he's got Laramie Tunsil.
Yeah, finally it happened this year.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It finally came together, and but the dude's doing a lot with the little there. He's one of them game-changing quarterbacks. Like I think in a couple years we'll be talking about Deshaun Watson in the same breath as maybe a Russell Wilson or an Aaron Rodgers. And what I mean by that is, as long as they're on the field, that team has a chance to win. All right. He's been sent out like a lamb to the slaughter.
It's because he went to Clemson, isn't it?
No, I'm not. I'm a Clemson guy.
No, that's why he's really good.
That's fair. That's fair. I've heard good stories about him as a person, and phenomenal player. I watched this dude get kicked in the eye last year and throw a touchdown. I think were they in London?
Yeah, they're playing Oakland. I know that.
Yeah, he got kicked in the eye and he threw a touchdown pass. He comes off holding his eyes and he made it look easy. And I think he was the most sacked quarterback last year, too.
Yes, the last 2 years combined.
Yeah, so and he's still playing at a high level. And by the way, we're drafting, all right? So my first pick was Run CMC. He's got a safety valve. Oh, shoot. Yeah. That entire defensive front is coming after me. Here you go, C-Mac. Make things happen. And, if they a competent coach, which, I'm going to have to hire, but when I'm going to have to hire, but if you have a competent coach that can game plan around this, you give Deshaun, that would be the best possible weapon. Dual threat running back that can run, catch. Deshaun Watson would feast on, the way we're drafting so far. So
Deshaun Watson is one of those quarterbacks that makes the Texans look better than what they are. That's
sure.
not a good football team. They have a terrible head coach. They built up the team like shit. They don't protect the man at all. And he just goes out there and he just makes it happen every single fucking game.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks is their number one receiver.
I know.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. Everyone's like, oh, Brandon Cooks, yeah, he's really good. It's like, dude, he's been the number one wide receiver on 4 teams in the last 4 years.
Your fucking head coach GM, he trades your best offensive player for fucking cookies, and then you go and get crumbs to replace him. Like, come on.
David Johnson's great with his walker, and
oh my god. I just hope he get out of Houston, man. I really do. And in this draft, he is right now.
He can come to the Colts.
And let's not forget the most sacked quarterback. It's not like he's a statue back there, right? He's not like Phillip Rivers, for example. Where did Phillip Rivers end up in this offseason, guys? Where did he go?
One of the best offensive lines.
Oh, okay. All right.
Best offensive lines of his career.
So he went to the Colts, man.
With some good pass-catching running backs. It's a pretty good tight ends.
For your sake, they better be a 12-14 for your sake this year.
Oh, my God. You ain't kidding. I'll lose my shit. I might. No, I'm not going to. I don't burn jerseys, so we're just. Yeah.
Don't do that. That's a bad habit to start.
Intrigued here to see what 2 Baltimore Ravens players Bryce drafts.
Actually, no, we're going to go in a different direction here, actually.
Is it a former Baltimore Raven?
I mean, you'll find out in a minute. No. No, it's not actually. And I'm going to go defense this time around. And I'm a Baltimore guy, and I grew up around phenomenal defense. And he's always had the guy in the backfield that's always covered everything up in Ed Reed. Now, obviously, Ed Reed isn't in the league anymore. He's in the Hall of Fame. Go Jacket. But we're going to draft somebody that he is just a fucking dynamic playmaker in safety. And you have him on the field, he's going to make plays. And, there's an argument right now that he's 1 or 2 best safeties in the league, but I think he's the best. I'm going Derwin James.
Wow.
Phenomenal safety. He was hurt last year.
Kyle nailed it.
Yeah, man. Like, he's an awesome player, dude. Like, I like Jamal Adams. I got to give the slight edge to Derwin James.
I would agree with that all day.
What I seen him when he did his rookie season, I'm like, this is not what a rookie safety should be doing in the league right now. Like, he's literally everywhere on the field. Like, this is ridiculous. You can put him up in the box. You can play in the tackle box. You can put him in pass coverage, and he's a blanket in the secondary there for you. He's a safety valve. He can come up. He makes the tackles, and he's a great leader of my defense moving forward. Give me Derwin James to go ahead and be the leader of my defense.
Very good.
I think all Derwin James fans are thanking you for getting him out of the Chargers.
Anybody else got anything to add to that?
I really like that pick.
I think it's fantastic. kind of wasn't expecting it. I don't think, again, one of those kind of guys, people know he's good, but nobody talks about him.
He gets the same quality of Darius Leonard on that. He doesn't get talked about enough.
Yeah.
But then again, I feel like safeties and offensive line get the benefit if you're not hearing their names. They're doing their job well.
Yeah.
I think it also goes back to the fact that he was injured last year, right? So people, kind of out of sight, out of mind, but not
it
for
was
this
a huge
guy,
difference,
not for Bryce.
It was a huge difference, and like the Chargers defense took a big step back without him last year. So very good. Very good.
All right, and guess who's back on the clock?
I'm back on.
Is it you?
Me. Not you, man.
Oh, no.
Not your turn yet.
Oh, no.
All right, back to me.
Okay,
We're going to stick on the defensive side of the ball again. Okay. And I talked about it earlier. I believe that football games are won in the trenches, all right? You got to protect your quarterback, but on the opposite side of the football, you got to be able to get after the quarterback. Okay. All right, guys, got a trivia question for you. All right.
Yes.
Who was the second leader in sacks last year?
I can see, so I'm not going to answer.
I almost said Shaq Barrett, but that was the leader.
He was a leader. Number 2, Chandler Jones.
Yes.
Come on down. 30 years old, right in the prime of his career. Pass rushers usually tail off. They can usually last around the league pretty effectively into their mid to late 30s. So I'm getting him right in his prime. Last year, he had 19 sacks. Like, look at his last 5 years. Since 2015, 12 and a half sacks, 11 sacks, 17 sacks, 13, 19. Give me the guy that can go get after the pass, the quarterback that can go and pass rush for me. He's going to make impact plays. He forces fumbles. He's a game-changing, dynamic defensive threat. And I got him and Derwin James as my 2 leaders on my defense right now. I'm good. Chandler Jones. Y'all picking unicorns, baby. You're doing it.
I love that. I love that.
You can't argue with the production there, right? I mean, so you can tell a couple years can be fluky, right? You can end up with another great dominant defensive lineman on your team that opens you up to get some sacks. There can be some freebies at the end of games. And when you're talking a league leader is going to end up with 20, an extra sack or here or there, I mean, that really is going to inflate your totals, right? But the level of production that he's had year after year after year, we can tell this is the guy, right? So for me, great choice right there.
Thank you.
Loving it.
I love it. It's another one of those guys I feel like I like this the most. Just we're not talking the names of names. We're not talking the biggest star power. We're talking the guys who are actually producing, who you want to build around. And that's a guy who doesn't get the quite.
He plays in Arizona.
Nod.
Yeah, he plays in Arizona.
Before that, he played
in New England.
And he still didn't really get the nod. It was the whole New England defense.
And Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and But he went to, once he went to Arizona, that's where he became really a household name.
He really stood out, right?
It's just that, he's in Arizona and, I mean, Arizona could be an up-and-coming team these next few
years. He needs
years.
some help on the defensive side, but he's a good anchor. He's a good anchor for them to have.
I love that you said that they're an up-and-coming team. I think I mentioned it before when we were talking about our team previews.
Yeah.
Arizona, for me, is one of the most fascinating young teams to watch, and that was before they added DeAndre Hopkins. So I'm really excited to see what Arizona does.
Yeah.
Because if
Kyler.
If Kyler Murray can come out and make any kind of a leap forward, I'm not saying that he's to the caliber of these guys, but like what Pat Mahomes did in his second year, what Lamar Jackson did in their second year, that could be a really fascinating team to watch. So
have you guys looked at the schedule Arizona's got this year?
I have not.
Okay, we got a chance when we did our team previews on this, and I will put my hot take out here for the world. I don't care. I've got Arizona going 13-3.
Wow.
That was your boldest one. Yep.
They have a cakewalk schedule. They've made so many improvements. I would not be shocked to see Arizona in the heart of things come playoff season.
I love it, man. I really do. They're my most fascinating team to watch this year, and it's not even close. The second's not even close, so I think it's great prediction. It's really cool.
Kingsbury's done a really good job out in Arizona with what he's had.
He was in our fantasy league.
He was, he was in our fantasy draft. All right. Now I'm on the clock.
Matt Johnson.
I'm going to go back to the defensive side of things. All right, I'm going to look at the safety position. All right, it's a little more help in the secondary. Got the maniac can do a little bit of everything. But let's have somebody at free safety. I'm going to put Pittsburgh Steelers Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Nice. Guy who can play both spots in the secondary.
He can, and very, very well at that. I watched this man. I'm pretty sure it was him. I think it was him. Rip a touchdown pass out of Eric Ebron's hand. I mean, granted, Eric Ebron couldn't catch syphilis from a crack whore last year, but Minka Fitzpatrick is pretty good, and he's on the young side. Former Dolphins guy. I was like shocked that they traded him. I'm sorry.
Did you guys read the Bleacher Report article on him? Like the story behind that? So, did you guys take a look at that?
I'm pretty sure I caught parts of that.
Yeah, he was saying that they brought in Flores from New England. He bought in, and then like instantly Flores just had him playing out of position where he felt like he wasn't going to make good plays.
Yeah,
and then he's like, can I try something else? I'm pretty good at this too. And they just completely ignored him. And then he goes out there and they get torched by Baltimore week 1. Then in week 2 wasn't so good as well. And then trade me.
That was essentially verbatim what happened. As a Dolphins fan, I watched that happen, and we were still kind of in tanking for Tua mode, I think, at that point. But when we released him, I thought that is absolutely awful when they made that move to trade away Minka Fitzpatrick. And then we saw firsthand exactly what he did to us. I was in Pittsburgh for the game. Miami played Pittsburgh, where he went off for 2 interceptions, one that he ran back for a touchdown. He was all over the field because he can play every defensive position, apparently, except for the one that Brian Flores tried to put him into. So, an immediate impact player. Amazing. Great choice, man.
Thank you.
It hurt my feelings, but it was a great choice.
You know what, though? I think like is confusing and much it doesn't make sense with that trade because he was only in his second year. Right? It was a second season last year in Miami's like, here you go. I think long run, because I'm actually really optimistic about Miami's future. I think they've done a really good job scraping everything and rebuilding. I mean, look how many draft picks that they had this year, and I was very happy with how they treated them. Their free agency was pretty damn good. I think long run, it's gonna be okay. It's always tough to be like, hey, sorry, you gotta go. We gotta trade you. It's this young possibly generational talent, but I think in the long run, I think it's going to pay off in dividends for Miami.
Do they have 3 first-round picks again next year? Am I correct in that?
I think they have 2 again next year. They had 3 last year, 2 this year.
Because I can't remember if it's Pittsburgh or Houston that they held another first round.
They got Houston's first round.
Houston's first this year again?
Yeah. Yep.
And I couldn't remember if they got 2 from Minka or not.
He's got the 1 for Minka.
1 for Minka. I think it was 2 for Tunsil. And I think I agree with you completely, Matt, on all your points there. I love the direction that they're going, so I don't want to sound too down on it. I love the Laramie Tunsil trade because despite the fact that he gets a lot of press, he's a big name. He also leads the league in holding calls every year. I don't know if people are aware of that. But so I was happy when they moved him, but I really thought that, okay, so even if you get a first-round pick for Minka Fitzpatrick, he is as good a first-round pick as you're going to get. So, and he's young, right? So trading him away that one hurt me a lot. And sure enough, he went and dominated. So that's a miss for us, I think. But again, agreed. The direction is great.
It's going to be great.
The nicest benefit to that, at least, and this is the way I'd look at it, safeties for some reason are always a dime a dozen at the draft, and nobody ever values them high. So your chances of at least pulling another top flight safety in the late first, early second, at least benefit you there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Minka obviously can swap across all spots there, but this is also a very heavy cornerback class this year. So
agreed.
They can rebuild that in the next draft and possibly help that out.
Agreed.
Love it, man.
All right, Rueter.
Just patted myself on the back.
Yeah, that's an excellent draft pick, bro. Excellent draft pick. You're on the clock, Rueter.
All right, so what I would do here normally, because I think obviously it's a quarterback league, right? I would normally go with a quarterback here, but using my GM skills, my drafting skills, unless Kyle pulls a fast one on me and takes a backup quarterback, I see that he's already locked down Patrick Mahomes. So I'm going to pass on that quarterback position for right now.
Okay.
And I'm doing a move that none of you might like, but I'm gonna explain why I did it.
Okay.
And I am going George Kittle.
Fucking asshole!
Whoa! I didn't expect that response.
That was gonna be my last pick.
That was gonna be your last pick. Well, I snuck him out.
Keyword there is was.
That is a keyword.
Well, hey, you locked him down on a contract.
Yeah, I locked him down just now. That was me. I did that. 5 years. What was it? $65 million.
Yeah, John Lynch didn't do that. That was him.
That was me. Behind the scenes, I got him. So, for me, that's another guy. He's a big bruising talent who's also incredible after he catches the ball. I don't think there have been better tight ends, right? But I don't know that I've seen one that after the catch, what this guy can do.
Rob Gronkowski's the other one that comes to mind.
Bryce.
That was
Eric Ebron's still out there.
Hey man, Mark Andrews is there. We're not waiting for your next Raven.
Mark Andrews is there.
So
he is there.
So the last reason I said I wanted to build this squad around defense and rushing, right? So there's so much running back talent out there in the league. I can pick one of those after the draft and free agency, right? Yeah. So the reason I'm going George Kittle here is because when I look back and Bryce and I actually had a conversation the other day about it. It was pretty cool. We were talking, though, that every team that's found some success recently, and dating back for the last few years, has had a dominant tight end.